Hi there. Welcome, my fellow AFOLs, to this short video regarding the unique store called Fabrik, located in Legoland, Germany. It's sometimes also called the factory store in English. What makes the store unique is that you pay for individual parts by weight, and they have a very good selection of parts, and you can buy as much or as little as you want, with some exceptions. I did find some other videos on YouTube that gave a walkthrough of the store, sort of vlog style, but I wanted to consolidate the information that I collected and make a recording of it that maybe it'll help some people in the future if they want to explore the store. And of course, some of the information in this video may change over time, so just keep that in mind before booking or spending any money trying to visit this store. So what we'll be covering in this video: first, we'll cover how you can even visit the store location, and the steps at least I took to get there. Second, I'll speak about how the store works in terms of weight and other costs that you may incur. I made my own spreadsheets with various details and calculations to see which pieces are of good value. Third, I'll cover some photos of the actual bins from the store. Again, these will change over time, and I only took probably pictures of 40% of them or 50% of them. Fourth, I'll show my own parts haul that I got, which cost about 475 to 500 Canadian, which includes the taxes and currency conversions. Finally, I'll cover some tips and tricks that don't really fit into the other categories. So, where is this store even located? It's located in Germany, and we can see here from the map that the capital of Germany, Munich, is on the far right, and we took a train all the way to the left there to Günzburg, which is the town where this Legoland is located. And you can see that there's a little gap to the south, and that's where Legoland is. I circled it on the map. So in order to go to the store, you must buy tickets for Legoland Germany. And those are about $58 per person. And this red line here represents the train that we took. So we took the Deutsche Bahn train. It was about $126 Canadian round trip for two people. But again, the prices of both the train and the Legoland will vary based on the season. So just be aware of that. Now, once you took the train to Günzburg, you end up at the train station there. However, it's also a bus station, which you will need to get to Legoland because it's about a 10-minute or 15-minute drive on the local bus. The local bus arrives every 30 minutes or so, and it costs €3 per person, cash only, at least when we went in September 2024. And it drops you off right in front of Legoland. So here's a picture of the entrance of Legoland. When we went there, they were getting ready for Halloween, so we see some webs there. However, from the main entrance, here's the map that they provide of Legoland Germany. And I circled in red in the top portion of the map where the Fabrik store is located. You might want to go there right when the Legoland opens at 10 o'clock, which would take about 10 minutes walking from the main entrance gate to the Fabrik left side there. And so this is what it looks like from the outside. How does the store even work? This will be the bulk of the video. The store has a main entrance at the ground level and another quote unquote ride entrance up these stairs here. Now, the ride is basically just a short 5-minute video about how Lego bricks are made. Fun to go to once, but the other bonus is that sometimes the staff give you a printed brick. Usually it's a 2x3 brick. Once the video is over and it has printed on it Lego Fabrik Store 2024 or whatever year you go in. And so that's this little token for free that you can get if you do that ride. And after that video, you continue walking into this kind of display slash museum area where you look at some of the devices and tools that are used to make actual Lego bricks. And you just follow the path down the stairs and you'll end up in the store. The other option, of course, if you want to skip the ride, is just go on the main level. There's huge uh, warehouse type doors, and you can just pop in there and start shopping. So here are the bags that you must use for 95% of the bricks that are sold. There are several locations for these bags around the store, and you can just grab them freely. Now, they do Ziploc at the top, so that's quite convenient so they don't spill all over the place, especially when you travel later on. I had my wife keep getting a few of these bags and handed more to me as I used them. And the basic idea is that you fill the bags with the parts you want and pay by the weight. When I went to the store, the cost was 100 grams, was about 10 euros, which is about 15 Canadian. And there was a single scale that you can use to periodically weigh your bag or bags, just to get an idea of the costs that be for you. However, things are not that simple. While about 50% of the bulk bricks have no limits on the amount you can buy, the other 50% do have a limit of 100 grams per person per day, as shown here by the labels in green. This is to minimize someone from just buying up all of the newest pieces right away and reselling them on Bricklink, and includes most of the tiles, especially the printed ones. Thus, you must be careful if you really want a ton of the restricted pieces that you do not mix them with other pieces in the bag, since the weight will go up. And once you go to the cash, the attendants there are trained to see what's in the bags and to try and figure out if these are restricted pieces. I'm sure they have them memorized or they can look them up. Plus, if you use more bags, then you don't need to sort as much when you get home. So that's a trick that you can use. So I ended up with something like 23 bags, even though they weren't even close to being filled. I wasn't really sure the most efficient way to fill the bags, and they didn't seem to really care too much. However, if you just want a small amount of pieces, then feel free to mix into a single bag. For example, I mixed about 10 unique tile elements that were printed, so they were all restricted, but I only grabbed a small handful of each of them. So whole bag weighed 100 grams. Then I knew that, of course, I'm not at the limit for any of these individual pieces because they're about 10 grams each in that bag. Continuing, there are some parts that are individually priced. Some really large pieces, as you can see in the picture, and animals. Those are the big thing. And the smaller animals are in these display cabinets that you just have to sort of take a picture of or remember the name and report when you go to the cache, I want the otter set. And they'll dig out a little Ziploc bag already sorted with the 2 otters and add it to your cost. These bigger pieces, you can just grab from the bins and throw in a bag. And again, they'll look through and they'll count them out. Away you go. And so I ended up just taking some pictures of the individual items I wanted to help remind me when I get to the cache what I wanted to buy. And so I could show them in case they don't understand me. But they did a really good job and everything was understood. So here are the pictures of just various bins that I took. Again, it's not every single piece, and some of the pieces will rotate out. And so they have walls of gray pieces, or I should say a wall of gray, dark gray in this case, and light gray in this case. I believe these are the small plates. They had tons of 1 by 1, just the regular square plates in tons of colors. And you can see at the bottom there, there's larger plates of varying colors. Here's sort of the window section, if you will. Lots of support pieces in various colors. Here's sort of the window section, if you will. Lots of support pieces in various colors. Here's sort of the window section, if you will. Lots of support pieces in various colors. 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 Lots of support pieces Here's some snot bricks. Here are some Technic wheels and stuff like that. I didn't really buy much from this section here. Tons of masonry bricks in tons of colors. Here's the tile section. As you can see, they're non-printed, but they are restricted. And tiles, as we probably all know, are fairly rare. So, I bought a lot of tiles. Here's some plant pieces, or the little flower pieces, one by ones, a few of the smaller leaf elements in varying colors. They had lots of leaf elements. And so here's my haul after I'd sorted it and got home. And of course you can pause to go through it, but there's probably half of it I would say is tiles and a variety of other pieces here and there that I don't think I had. Here's the second part of my haul. These are the tile pieces with prints on them. And here is my animal section and various other items that were individually priced. Now on to the tips and tricks. Bring a big bag, meaning like a big grocery store bag or a backpack, because we went to the store right at the beginning, 10 o'clock. We were there for about 2 hours. I could have gone for another 2 hours, but I think my wife wanted us to go and experience Legoland, which was fine. However, I didn't want to haul around my huge haul around the park until it closed, right? 6 hours. We had to throw it into a locker, which they do have paid lockers there. It's $5 or $6 for a smaller locker. But just remember to bring a big bag if you're going to buy lots of Lego. The second thing is do some prep work if this is of concern to you, if you want to get the most bang for your buck, and if you want to note down what parts you've already bought. Because after you're there for 2 hours, you're thinking, did I already buy this part? And you end up looking through your bags. And if you have 10 or 15 bags, it gets to be a bit difficult to do that. So I did end up missing out on one piece that, as soon as I left, later on in the day, I remembered, oh, shoot, I should have gotten that piece. But, that's the way it goes. And make a record as you shop. I mean, that goes part and parcel to help keep track of what you bought, or maybe what you didn't buy, or what sections you passed through. So maybe, oh, I passed through botanicals and I bought what I wanted. Okay, done. That's it. And also keep the bulk bags around. Like even after you're done sorting, you get back home. The bulk bags are pretty big and they're pretty tough and they're Ziploc. So you can use them for sorting and things like that. Everyone needs more sorting capability. So the next part is the parts do change over time as a reminder. So what I show here or what other people show in their videos, it's going to change over time. Just be aware of that. Not every printed tile is going to stay there forever. You'll just have to keep that in mind. So yes, I had some parts that I saw in other people's videos, and for me, they were sought after, but I knew that they may be gone. That's just the way it is. Now, so there's always a good selection, tons of different parts, but of course not necessarily the ones you want. So you have to go there with an open mind. Now, here is a portion of the spreadsheet I made. And I just took various pieces that I may be interested in, so like a 1x1 tile, and I found the weight of a 1x1 tile by going to Bricklink, and then knowing how much it would cost for 100 grams, I could calculate down the cost per piece of a 1x1 tile. And so in this case, it was 0.024 cents Canadian. And again, this isn't taking into account tax, so I guess it's a little bit more. And I also compared it to the bricks and pieces if I was to go to lego.ca and buy it individually, how much that would cost me, 6 cents. So I have a savings approximately on that piece of 60% if I buy it at that Fabrik store. And it seems to me that the larger pieces aren't as good a deal typically. So like masonry bricks here, only 32% saving. And few pieces even are more expensive in the Fabrik store. However, like 1x3 slopes that are 33-degree incline, I don't think we're even at the Fabrik store. So these are just like my wish list items and what to keep an eye out for going forward. Anyway, I hope this was informative to people and have yourselves a good day. Thank you.